Welcome to the Mountain Magnolias Show, where your hosts Mary Noble Braden and Leanne Lewis will introduce you to Shenandoah Valley's most interesting and most iconic individuals.
Hello to all our wonderful listeners out there. This is Mary Noble Braden and Leanne Lewis on the Mountain Magnolia Radio Show. Thank you for listening to our show today. And our focus is to reveal the heart and soul of our beautiful community here in Western North Carolina. Every week, Leanne and I like to share a quote or our favorite book or just a Magnolia moment, which is a moment that you feel with your heart. Leanne, what do you have today to share with the listeners?
Hello, Mary Noble. It's so good to be with you this afternoon. And is this good? So to answer your question, I have a quote from a book that I've already read. It is, "Hurry is the great enemy of spiritual life in our day."
Oh, I love that.
And that comes from the book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry.
That is so good, especially in a world where we are always trying so hard to rush. So I'm actually not going to share my book with you until later on because it's has something relevant to do with our guest. All right. So some of you may know Leanne is a mortgage broker at Atlantic Bay, and I am one of the owners at Noble & Company Realty here in Black Mountain. And each week we'll do a 1-minute real estate talk. So, Leanne, can you tell our listeners what's going on with the current rate and any changes in the market?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm happy to, Mary Noble. So the rates are what they are, and, we're looking forward to the Federal Reserve to start lowering the interest rates for us. We don't know when that's going to happen. So 6.875%, 7% is the general interest rate that we're quoting today, depending on, what kind of property you have and what your situation looks like. But at the end of the day, what I tell my clients is this, pick out the house you want, work with Mary Noble, find that house, and then the rate will take care of itself.
So true, so true. All right. So in the world of real estate, we are still seeing it's a seller's market, and we're seeing a couple of homes have multiple offers, but we are encouraging people who want to sell or buy to do that. There's still some great houses out there. And if you would like to contact myself or Leanne, you can send us a message on Facebook at the Mountain Magnolia Radio Show. We would also love to hear from our listeners if they have any suggestions on future guests. All right, so now for the fun part, we have an amazing guest today. Today's guest is a local who lives here in our own Black Mountain, and he has so many talents, but one of his many talents is that he is a phenomenal artist. And I know we're going to have a great time digging into his beautiful life and all he has to share. Please welcome our guest, Jack Hammack. Jack, so wonderful to have you here today.
Oh, it's great being here with you all. I mean, I feel like I'm here with family. It's awesome. And the view out of this little window at the epicenter of Black Mountain is just amazing.
We are all lucky to be here, aren't we?
We are. I'm grateful every day.
It's true, and it's amazing how many years it's been now since you've been here.
You didn't have children when I first met you.
Well, I had one. Foster was 9 months old when we moved here.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, well, all right, Jack. So one of the first questions we ask our guests is, how did you get to Black Mountain?
Well, Chaz and I were on vacation in Savannah, Georgia. And he always wanted to stay at this historic hotel Arts and Craft Hotel in Asheville. So we booked the overnight there, and we didn't get to the hotel until about 3 a.m. And we went straight to bed. We were dog tired. And when I woke up at daylight, I looked out at one of those little historic crisscross windows. It was peak fall. It was misty. And all the trees were illuminated. At that point, every hair on my body stood up. I went into this euphoric feeling, And I told Chaz, I said, I just want to call our realtor in Dallas and tell her to sell everything and give everything away in the house. I don't even want to go back to a big city.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. And what year was that?
Oh gosh, that was probably almost 30 years ago.
Okay. And y'all actually bought a house in Black Mountain around 2006 maybe? Something
Well,
like
we
that?
built a house, which was our second home. It's been right over 20 years ago, Ravenscroft.
That's right.
And then every vacation we would come here.
Well, I remember, I think we probably met in 2005 or 6, how all the times I would see you, you were like, I am just ready to be full-time. So we're so happy you are here. And we want to dive in to some of the awesome work you have been doing since you moved here. So tell the audience what you've been doing.
Well, I've been painting full-time. I look at it as a job, so I paint almost every day. And I paint animals for the most part since I've moved here. And I've been so inspired when I'd go down into my studio. We live out at North Fork Valley. A bear would come up to my studio and just look at me. Or a hummingbird would come and just look in. Or a rabbit. And whatever I saw in the moment, that's what I felt like I had to paint. So I started, and then of course the pileated woodpecker, raccoon, everything's there, bobcat, and I painted almost all of them over and over and over again. When I lived in Texas, I painted only people, but there was a shift when I came here, and it's being in nature. I feel like humans are the least conscious species on the planet, and everything else is here speaking to me. And ever since I've been painting here, for the most part, again, I paint animals, and I thought about incorporating humans back into the paintings. And it took me a while to really do it because I didn't feel like we were worthy in a way. So what I did was I started painting Native Americans because I do have that in my blood. I think that's one of the reasons the calling was here. So I think I've been here before.
Sure.
So anyways, I started painting the animals with Indians, and now I'm painting other people too, but usually their backs are towards you in a canoe or something like that.
You've collaborated. That's great.
Yes.
That's great.
And I think we are going to meet our challenge, and I think we're going to start listening to these guys out there. They're telling us, wake up, wake up.
That's beautiful. Well, I read something on your bio, and it says, I especially concentrate on the eyes as if they are parts of their force and innocence. The eyes, that they invite us to reconnect with the natural world we originate from. And that is just, it speaks to the soul. You're able to look at an animal and be able to really feel what it's speaking. And when I look at your paintings, we have an owl and a baby's in our office, and it speaks to me like this is the mama, and these are the babies, and this is what we have to take care of, even in work. You know, it represents how we need to be to people. So I think you're an artist, but you're also revealing your heart. And thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Those such kind words. Thank you.
And Leanne, I didn't mean to hog the.
Oh no, you're fine. I was all captured. I was a captured audience. So, Jack, I do have a question for you in reading your bio and listening to the conversation right now about the eyes. They are windows to the soul. But with an animal, it's even deeper than that.
Well, it's deeper because my perspective is animals do not have any ego, so there's nothing there blocking you and where they come from, which is where we come from too, but there's nothing there to block you. They show you who you are all the time. They're very honest, they're very truthful, and they are the window to our Creator. However you want to look at it, it's fine with me, but they're so pure and innocent and honest.
I love that.
I have a guru that I live with. His name is Oscar. He's a Bengal cat, and he's wild as can be.
Oh, he's beautiful.
And
too,
he's
by the
beautiful, and he's
way.
wild.
Yeah.
And unapologetic. And I love that about him.
I do. Yeah, the pictures.
I mean, he's something. So anyways, I've always been a nature kid ever since I can remember. I contribute a lot of that from my father. He would rob a crow's nest, and we had 6 crows as I was growing up. And I love those crows. They were amazing creatures.
Crows, wow.
Crows, and I mean, that's my spirit animal, and they are known to be the secret keepers of all wisdom.
Really?
And I believe they are.
Well, I have
Crows
a
and
whole
raven.
new, I guess, a whole new perspective on crows now. Because usually I feel like, well, you can never hit them with a car. I mean, they really are. They're dodgy. And that's the only thing I know about a crow, and that they're black. And I felt like they were kind of dark. Dark.
Well, that I think, unfortunately, in some of our religions, that's what they teach you about nature in general, which I think is the opposite of the truth.
Right.
Personally,
Right.
I think my perspective is nature is what would reveal heaven.
Yeah.
And honesty and where we all come from.
That's so great.
That's what I feel. And of course, it's not up for me to change anybody's mind, but that's who I am with it all.
Well, I love the new perspective. Thank you. Of a crow.
bet.
I mean, I think they're beautiful, especially when they're in a tree with no leaves.
Well, there is a
nothing more
Cherokee,
beautiful
and there's a
than that.
Cherokee mythology, or whatever you want to call it, that crows used to be completely white. And they were so sought after that somehow they were covered with ash
Oh, my.
to disguise the wisdom.
The deer painting. That just captures me. And then the eyes of the deer, just the gentleness of the doe.
That's right.
Can you talk about that?
Maybe that's your spirit animal.
I think it might be. Well, I think a wolf is actually mine.
The wolf.
The wolf.
Well,
but,
they're all good, but no, I mean,
but I love it when a deer's in my path.
well,
Not to devour it, but
they're so endearing.
I know.
All deer, or elk, or anything. They're to me, they are the epitome of kindness and innocence, and they're also spirit guides because they are that innocent for so many people.
that's lovely. Thank you for sharing that, because that's the one painting I'm always drawn to is the deer of your paintings, but also the red and the orange colors. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I
Well,
see them in every
yes.
painting of yours, and it's
Orange is my favorite color. It is the
Okay,
color
I
of
wondered.
creation. If you go into the chakras, if you go into the root chakra, it's orange.
Okay.
And it is, to me, and supposed to be where the color of creation.
I didn't.
So I
know
put it
that.
in most of my paintings just because that symbolizes that, at least to me.
I think it's lovely. I always am drawn to the deer and the red and the orange. So
Great.
yeah, it's just.
Of course, red's all about passion.
Oh well, there
And
you
I can
go.
tell you're a passionate person.
I am very.
and compassionate, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Mary Noble.
All right. So I also listened to your YouTube video on your website, and I just really resonated where you said that when you were a child, all you loved was painting, art, recess, and lunch.
That's right.
You are my kind of person, and that's why we really like each other. Painting, art, recess, and lunch. Oh my gosh.
That's true.
I mean, that is wonderful. So tell us, you started painting when you were a young child,
Yeah.
and what type of things did you paint when you were young?
Oh, gosh. With crayons, beginning, and then watercolors, you get that little kit with like 7 colors or whatever it was. And then when we moved to Arkansas, we moved right outside of a little town that reminds me of this area called Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It was a little hippie area that all the hippies came in the late 60s. And they would have their, if they were artists, they'd be on the sidewalk selling their artwork. And one of the guys would cut cedar planks in a diagonal and paint on them. So my father would cut those for me, and then I would paint on those, and I'd paint meadowlarks or cardinals or blue jays or whatever on those. So that was kind of, a short history of where I began. Now, since we lived in a small town in Arkansas, they didn't have art. So I had to do it on my own, which was good. I'm not formally trained at all. So
yeah, and you started with a natural medium, and you've gone on to
I've gone
this.
on.
And it's amazing to see your studio and all the things that you work with, and you paint on your knees.
I did for a long time. I would even put what do you call it? Knee guards or
Right.
whatever on. And I probably ought to do that again because I felt like I was doing yoga, sort of. It kept me more limber. Now I do have a table that my carpenter helped me build, and that's what I paint on.
And tell the audience what you're painting on now, though, and using.
It's basically just a on wood table, probably about 3 feet tall.
But not a canvas.
Oh, I paint on wood panels for the most part.
And you're using latex and...
Mostly oil, but yes, I also use latex, house paint, crayons, pencil.
It's amazing.
It's a combination of a lot of different medium.
So I want to bring up later on animal speak, because there's so many great symbols in that book. But right now, what is your favorite animal that is speaking to you?
Oh gosh, it's funny. Any animal that shows up, like now we're hearing the pileated woodpeckers, and they're constantly speaking to me all day long. The hummingbirds are going to shortly come behind them. The bear will come. My cat speaks to me every morning about 6:30, and I listen to him. I mean, he's the boss, and he wants to go outside. Then he wants me to give him a greenie, and so I would say Oscar's pretty much my
he always has been.
But on the wild side, owls always, wolves always, crows always. With hummingbirds, it doesn't really matter. They're all there,
It's amazing. I'm new at really recognizing what animals are speaking to me, even though they always have, because I've grown up in nature. Mm-hmm. And when I was training for a marathon, visionary training, we would have hawks just follow us, or one would go right in front of my car. And that's when I really got interested. And I would get the book out, Animal Speak, and be like, what is the world telling me today? So later on, I want to get into the book, and maybe we'll look at your favorite animal, Leanne's favorite animal, and we'll see what it means.
Oh gosh, go ahead and bring that book out, Mary Noble. That's great. So, Jack, I wanted to ask you about the birch trees.
Yeah.
How in the world do you make those look so beautiful?
I think it's because they're so simple.
Okay.
They're simple things to paint. And of course, coming from Texas and painting so much, a lot of my buyers are from that area. Okay. And they go up to either New Mexico or Colorado, where you're going to have the birch trees. So, they work well with the animals up there, whether it be the bighorn sheep or the moose or whatever.
That totally makes sense.
It's indigenous of that area.
But it's the textures. Mm-hmm. Is that where you bring in the latex, the oils, the house paint?
Both.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That was just intriguing to me, because that's like outside of the red and the orange, it's those birch trees, and they're pulled through so many pictures that you do. So I just felt like that meant something to you. So it probably sounds like more of your clients.
I think they have, they might, but I mean, again, I would say trees are right up there with animals.
No
I mean,
kidding.
they are of being all the time.
That's right.
They're not doing anything. They're just constantly being and showing us how silence is the most powerful teacher.
Right.
I mean, if you want truth, just take a hike up in nature if you want truth.
No kidding. Some forest bathing can do a lot of wonders.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Mary Noble, do you have that book pulled out? Yeah, let's dig.
A lot of animal spirits in there.
Well, so my book for the week was Animal Speak, and this is by Ted Andrews, and I thought it was a great book to have since Jack was on the show today, and all of his paintings right now are animals. And as I said, we've got a beautiful owl with mama owl with 2 babies, and the keynote to the owl is mystery of magic, omens, silent wisdom, and vision of the night. And it says the owl is a symbol of feminine, the moon, the night, and it has been called a cat with wings. Jack, that's sounds up like your alley too.
Yeah.
So it says the most predominant is that of the owl being able to extract secrets. It was believed in ancient Rome that to place a feather or a part of an owl on a sleeping person would enable you to discover his or her secrets. Ooh.
I love that.
All right, a little food for thought. So, Jack, let's talk about where your art is here in Western North Carolina.
Oh, as far as I'm represented at?
Yes.
Lucy Clark Gallery in Brevard and the American Folk Art in Asheville.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
So, have you had any shows recently?
No, I haven't had any shows here, but I think in June, American Folk Art's going to have a group with me and 2 other artists.
Awesome. Jack, tell the audience how they can find you either on Facebook or Instagram.
Instagram or Facebook, I'm under Jackson Hammack, Hammack. And then, of course, you can go to American Folk Art and go to their webpage, or Lucy Clark Gallery in Brevard, or Craighead Green Gallery in Dallas, Texas.
Awesome, awesome. And you can also visit us at Mountain Magnolia Radio Show, and we will have a link and a picture of Jack and ourselves, and we will have everything in the notes that you can click on. Jack's work is incredible. I encourage y'all to take a look. It's like nothing you've seen before. It really feels like you are in nature, and you represent all these amazing animals so well that are trying to say something to us, right?
Always, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on our show. We really appreciate it. And again, this is the Mountain Magnolia Show. We, Leanne Lewis and myself, Mary Noble Braden, are trying to uncover the heart and soul of our community. And Jack, you are a very big heart and soul of our community. So thank you so much for coming and being with us on the show today.
Oh, well, I'm just a reflection of you and Leanne and Andy and everybody else here. That was the draw to bring me here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Leanne, would you like to...
Just Jack, what we like to close with on our episodes is something that you can recommend to our audience to live a better life, whether that would be a routine, a book, a quote. What would you share with our audience?
Oh, God. Get out in nature, I think would be the best thing. I mean, and know that there's more good out there than bad.
That's so true.
Most people are good. I think that we can get too wrapped up in things that aren't so real.
That is absolutely right. Man, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mary Noble. It's so good to be with you this afternoon and just loving on our folks today. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for Mountain Magnolias with your hosts, Mary Noble Braden and Leanne Lewis. Join us next time for more interesting stories from the Swannanoa's most interesting people as we give you something to talk about. Mountain Magnolias is a production of Noble & Company Realty in Black Mountain. For more information, please call them at 828-357-5243. 828-357-5243.
The preceding has been a production of Signal Hill Studios. For more information, please call 704-872-0550.